Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this edition of the Primetime News on EQUINOXE Television, live from our headquarters in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. I am Jonathan. In our top stories in this edition of the news, as the socio-political and security crisis in the two Anglophone regions of the Republic of Cameroon deepens, further administrative authorities battle to restore an administration paralyzed by the Anglophone crisis. The senior division officer of the Indian division instructs civil servants to return to their offices or be sanctioned. They have a grace period of 1 month. And also in this newscast, we will tell you the unrespected promises of the government of the Republic of Cameroon as far as infrastructures under construction or rehabilitation for the hosting of the African Cup of Nations is concerned. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in this edition of the news on EQUINOXE Television. I am Jonathan. Administrative authorities in the two Anglophone regions of the Republic of Cameroon are now battling to restore administrative services in the crisis-hit northwest and southwest regions of the country. Administrative services have been paralyzed by the deepening crisis that has been pulling on for close to 3 years. Today, several offices, administrative offices, are simply empty as civil servants can't go to work as a result of the unstable security situation in the two regions of the country. And after the governor of the southwest region, Bernard Kalebilai, now is the turn of the senior division officer of the Indian division, Fowang Lawrence, who is compelling civil servants to return to work despite the difficult and dangerous security situation in the two regions. He has given them a period of 1 month to return to their offices or be sanctioned. Derek Jato has more.
Civil servants and collaborators of the senior divisional officer for Indian division have been given 1 week of grace to answer present at their duty post or be ready to welcome the administrative consequences.
So I'm giving them the last chance. Today you are in Mundemba. Today I'm giving them up to 1 week. If they don't come back, I will merely signal their irregular absence to the hierarchy so that appropriate administrative sanctions can be taken against them.
Mr. Fowang Lawrence, senior divisional officer for Indian division, has also warned that the state employees who have abandoned their offices can be charged for embezzlement.
That also constitutes embezzlement of public funds, because you cannot be receiving salary while you are not working. And they are also the first person to consume what they call running credit. You are taking money for running credit to run with service when you are not there. So I'm giving them the last chance.
Mundemba, the divisional headquarters of Indian division, is witnessing the installation of some newly appointed military commanders sent to the area and officiating the ceremony. At the Mundemba grandstand, the senior divisional officer for Indian division, Mr. Fowang Lawrence, revealed that public ceremonies unfolding unperturbed is an indication of relative calmness in his division, and as the hunt to the solution of the Anglophone crisis is still on, resumption of activities to the senior divisional officer for Indian division is for the betterment of the population of this division.
The civil society, politicians and observers have been questioning how the injunctions of the different administrative authorities, notably the governor of the southwest region and the senior division officer of the Indian division, can be respected by the civil servant in the present context when they don't have the same security measures like the top officials who are giving these injunctions. And of course, these has been proven to be very difficult, as the civil servants are pending to return to their offices with the risk of being killed in a crossfire between pro-independence fighters and military forces in the two Anglophone regions of the Republic of Cameroon. And this explains why administrative offices have remained paralyzed, activities have remained paralyzed as the crisis deepens further. In the midst of the deepening crisis, some officials of the National Armed Forces awarded new epaulets, raising them to higher ranks in Guti, still in the southwest region of the country. Derek Jato once more has the details. Derek Jato with this report on epaulet awards in Guti in the southwest region of the Republic of Cameroon, a ceremony that took place amid tight security as a result of the deteriorating security situation in the two Anglophone regions of the country, hit by socio-political and security crisis since 2016, and the crisis has continued deepening despite efforts by governments to restore normalcy in the two regions. And civil society organizations and politicians have been condemning government's use of military force to restore normalcy in those two regions, complaining and indicating that the use of military force and the repression, with the head of state statements calling on pro-independence fighters to drop their guns and come out of the bushes or be neutralized, has been notably worsening, contributing to worsen the situation. Derek Jato. Will be coming to that report in a short while with Derek Jato, who will be reporting on the security situation in the two Anglophone regions of the country, notably in connection to the award of epaulets, raising some officials of the and some officers of the National Armed Forces to higher ranks in the Nguti. Of course, it is in the southwest region of the Republic of Cameroon, and civil society organizations, we should indicate, as well as international non-governmental organizations, have been calling on the government of the Republic of Cameroon to stop implementing military force, or better still repression, indicating that these are some of the issues that are further complicating the situation on the ground in the two Anglophone regions of the country. But government has remained firm on its position with regards to the restoration of normalcy in the two Anglophone regions of the Republic of Cameroon, which has practically, the two regions have practically become war zones. Derek Jato reports on the epaulet award ceremony in Guti.
Lieutenant Chef Rahim Bello.
Ngoti Subdivision, Kupe Mwaninguba Division, April 1, 2019. The traditional epaulet award ceremony is being respected here at the Ngoti Ceremonial Grandstand. The epaulet award ceremony witnessed 14 military officers in total move to higher ranks. Officiating the ritual, Mr. Meke Ebasech Michael Albert, divisional officer from Ngoti Subdivision, reminded the newly promoted officers that they have as target to rebuild and cement the collaboration between the military and the population, something many say had long been broken from the bed of the Anglophone crisis. The divisional officer's message was appreciated by the Ngoti population, but the people also stressed that for the security forces to succeed in their mission, they must know that not everyone they see is a separatist or their target, and the rethink of their actions on the field is the only magic to nurse and nurture that trust between the security forces and the people who feel much more insecure in a place they call their own home.
Coming up, Smanjik and Gabriel takes a look at the difficult conditions in which some students, notably pupils rather, of government primary school Nkundumben in the west region of the Republic of Cameroon have been studying. The school is in an advanced state of dilapidation. It was in this report. Smadjikan Gabriel on the state of government bilingual primary school or government primary school Kundumbain. It is a locality in the west region of the Republic of Cameroon. The school has been abandoned in ruins for several years today, and academic activities have been interrupted in that school as a result of the difficult situation in which the pupils of the school were studying before now. Details with Smadjikan Gabriel.
It has been in a destroyed classroom that class 4 pupils of government primary school Nkudumbang have been having their lessons. According to the newly appointed head teacher of the institution, Abani Ekanga Julien, it has been very hectic for her since she took over, seeing her pupils studying under such unconducive atmosphere, and was praying for a day that changes will be made for the pupils to study in a conducive atmosphere. As if her cries were heard from a distance, the Minister of Basic Education, Njoya Zakariu, made a stopover at government primary school Nkudumbang to see for himself the dilapidated classrooms in which the said future leaders have been studying. Before his departure, Basic Education Minister had time to lay the foundation stone for a new structure for the pupils to study in a peaceful and calm atmosphere.
And back to the Anglophone regions of the Republic of Cameroon, a correspondent in the opaque city of Limbe in the southwest region reports that the hygienic state of the town is growing from worse to worse every day as a result of the crisis hitting the two Anglophone regions of the country. David Sinmaimo.
As the number of ghost town days and lockdown in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon continue to be amplified by separatists as a slow and steady strategy in pressing for what they call restoration of the southern Cameroon state. Many activities have been affected, with some totally folding up for fear of the unknown. One of such is activities of the Hygiene and Sanitation Company that has greatly been affected, with heaps of garbage littered everywhere within towns and cities in the northwest and southwest regions respectively, provoking the fear of diseases and illnesses such as malaria and cholera. In order to prevent the outbreak of such diseases and illnesses that might occur as a result of high level of refuge all over the city, some neighborhoods in Limbe are intensifying community cleanup campaign as preventive measures against the unforeseen. The Ferguson Manga Williams quarter around the Bota Hospital in Limbe saw the entire neighborhood launching a monthly cleanup campaign, adding to the already twice a month Keep Limbe Clean.
Took off this day to be able to launch the quarter Keep campaign clean, sensitizing our population of the importance to keep the quarter clean. It's an important thing to live in a clean environment. And so that's why you find the turnout very massive today.
Gutters were equally free from debris to prevent overflow of runoff, causing flood, especially as the raining season is already at the corner, and the planting of trees to serve as shade and beautifying the street in the future.
Other neighborhoods will see and copy if they have not already done so.
The Ferguson Manga Williams quarter is one of the newly created quarter in Limbe, baptized with the name of the late paramount ruler of Limbe, Ferguson Manga Williams.
And now to Bana in the west region of the Republic of Cameroon. The municipality has a new mayor. His name Jean-Baptiste Sanga, and he takes over from the business tycoon Joseph Kaji Defoso, who died earlier this year. Details in this report by Immaculate Fogwe.
With a 100% score recorded, Jean-Baptiste Sanga has been elected by the 23 councillors as a new mayor of the Bana Council. This election is aimed at bringing back normalcy in the council after several months of holidays following the demise of the former mayor. The divisional officer of the ONCAM during the installation ceremony encouraged the entire community to collaborate with the new mayor while he goes along with his functions.
Comme vous le savez, depuis le décès du patriarche,
since the death of the former mayor, the council has been facing some setbacks. I believe that after installing the new mayor, things will return to normalcy. The new mayor is able and up to the task.
Il fera d'abord de l'apprentissage avant de maîtriser la chose.
Jean-Baptiste Sanga used the ceremony to thank everyone for their support and promised not to let them down.
Et je vais tout faire pour mériter cette confiance.
I am very happy. I promise to do everything within my power to bring back the council to stand firm.
Qui nous soutient, qui soutient la mairie.
This election will be putting an end to several months of holidays that was witnessed in the council after the death of the business tycoon Joseph Kaji Defoso on the 23rd of August 2019, who has been on that seat for the past 16 years now. It is now left for the new mayor to continue a new page of success awaited by the inhabitants of Bana.
Immaculate reporting there on the new mayor of Bana in the West region of the Republic of Cameroon. Now we're going to talk about efforts to step up internet connection in Cameroon and other African countries. Experts and authorities of the regulation department of internet supply are meeting here in the economic capital Douala within the framework of a seminar organized by the Network of Telecommunications Regulation or Regulators in the Francophone countries, and the experts are discussing strategies on how to step up internet connection and the quality of internet supplied to citizens in Francophone countries. And the Minister of Posts and Telecommunications of Cameroon, Minette Libom Lily Keng, speaking to reporters shortly after the opening ceremony of that meeting, indicated that it is recognized, of course, the government recognized that internet connection in Cameroon is not yet the best and the whole country is not covered. Now here's some extract of Minette Libom Lily Keng, and one of the organizers of the workshop here in Douala, Sebastien Soriano. He is the chairperson of the Authority of Telecommunications Regulation body, ASEP. Take a listen.
Many years we deal with that ICT, but all the cities are not covered. Now that we have moved to the fourth generation with internet, consumers need high speed of internet, but it happened that in all the country the coverage is not sufficient. But when you call to mobile operators, they say you have done it, but in reality the final user is not satisfied. So we hope that at the end of this seminar, our TRB, the national board, as the other board of regulation who are there, will be equipped, because they are going to change experience. It's a brainstorming to see if your neighbor is doing better. You can go and learn about him, because you cannot say one day that you have already secure your cyber space. It's every day innovation, improvement. That's why this seminar is very relevant about the preoccupation of the government, about the quality of service and the development of digital economy.
Our seminar intends to have common tools to share best practices about how to measure the quality of service of the mobile voice, mobile internet in all countries. We are just sharing practices to empower all the national regulators of telecom in any country.
Investigations are going on to establish what caused the death of one of Cameroon's music promoters, Jean-Pierre Sarr. He was killed by some individuals at his Bonaberi residence yesterday. Details in this report.
They are mourning the death of their loved one, Jean-Pierre Sarr, a famous music producer, killed at about 10 p.m. Sunday by unknown armed men. Jean-Pierre Sarr was strangulated and not shot with a gun at the close range as rumor mongers spread.
They tie his hand and his neck, and they put the rope on his neck and his mouth and tie him and kill him. They did not shoot him with gun. That's what they did to him.
Apart from taking away their target's life, the men of the underworld disappeared with valuable items, some of which includes jewelries, clothes, phones, after failing to get money from the old mother-in-law. Even the night watchman who opened the gate for the hoodlums is nowhere to be found.
See, now we don't know where the guardian is. We have not been seeing guardian since yesterday. Where he was with that people, we don't know.
Security forces have opened investigation, while the corpse lies in the mortuary pending burial.
The one will tell after what is going on, because we don't really know what is happening.
Musicians and friends have been flooding the victim's residence to mourn with the family.
Heartbreaking news, and we're still digesting it.
Innocent as a reporting, they're coming up next. Talking point. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us in this edition of Talking Points. We are receiving Njofi Wilson. He is a web designer and developer, CEO of Faith Works Tech. Welcome.
Thank you, baby.
You're from Chang in the west region of the country.
Yes, that's where I live.
The locality is close to the crisis-stricken southwest region of the country, and there have been some sporadic incursions, some happenings in the locality of Chang with people who are coming, refugees, or not only IDPs, who are moving from the southwest into Chang. What is the situation there?
Yes, the influx of people in the Chang area has really been high. So many people have fled the region from Libialum and neighboring parts in the southwest region are actually taking refuge in Chang. So the population in Chang has really increased in the recent months.
Right. Have you been meeting some of them? What are they saying? How are they living?
Yes, I've met some of them. Some of them actually, since they left where they were comfortable, they are really struggling to live their lives, to survive, to eat. It's a struggle for many of them.
All right. You are a web designer and developer, and you heard the Minister of Posts and Telecommunications of Cameroon acknowledging that government has been unable to supply internet or to enhance internet supply all across the country. There are some localities that are not yet covered and the quality is poor. What's your take on that? You're working on the internet every day.
Yes, I really think over the recent years, it's really been great. The work that the telecommunications companies that are doing is really great. Now we are browsing on 4G, and we can be able to download above even 5 megabytes per second, and this keeps improving. We hope so, but we want to say it's not the best, since many localities aren't yet covered or are still running on maybe 1G or 2G. So we hope it gets everywhere in the nation.
And today, everything is practically converging thoughts on the internet. The internet is fast becoming indispensable. And with the rate of internet connection today, the quality of services, can we really extract enough benefits from what you qualify as artificial intelligence?
Of course. With the internet, AI is not an issue of today. It has been existing even before the internet, and it has become even more and more advanced. And it is to our own benefit, the benefit of the whole world, to be able to gain through artificial intelligence. And I just want to start by first saying what artificial intelligence is all about. First, we have to know the word artificial, which means man-made, and then intelligence is the ability of any being to think, to reason, to make decisions, and to take actions. So human beings, through computer technologies, are being able to make machines be able to think, be able to reason, and be able to act and do tasks that were formerly reserved only for humans. So that is all what artificial intelligence stands for.
No, when you look at the way young people are using the internet today, talking about young people in particular, because we young people, we more focus on, just Facebooking, WhatsApping, and all of that stuff, publishing things which sometimes are not the best. How can this artificial intelligence be better exploited on the internet by young people and of course every other person?
First, I would like to comment about the time that our youths are on the internet. I want to say many of our youths, unfortunately, are wasting a lot of time online, just posting pictures and things, creating fun, which of course is necessary, but it's done in excess. So I think that some of this time should actually be used in researching AI, and unless our youths are able to exploit the resources that are already available to learn these technologies, only wasting time to consume the artificial intelligence machineries or platforms that are already there, I think it's not going to help us. So it's time now for our youths to start thinking of how they can do this. And just to say our counterparts, I mean, many communities where we have white people, as I can say, I really see people who are really passionate about technologies, and we don't just have to keep sleeping and watching them do it for us. We have to also get into the system.
So how do we get into the system? Through artificial intelligence.
The main issue here is learning about it. All the resources, even if you go to the Google and just search artificial intelligence, you are going to find a lot of resources. So it's all about doing research, spotting something that you're really passionate about and doing it.
And but Africa seems to be lagging behind in terms of this. Cameroon in particular seems to be lagging behind.
That is why I've been doing a lot to advocate and to sensitize especially fellow youth to be able to do research, and those whom have also encouraged others personally on how they can get started. And this all starts by learning what we call coding. And
what is it, coding?
Coding is about, all what is running on codes called binary code. The computer runs on instructions, and these instructions are in the form of some codes that are written. And these codes have been compiled in languages. So when you learn this, there are many online platforms where you can learn code, which I have done it myself. And I think just anybody who is interested and passionate about it can also do it.
So how can artificial intelligence enhance education, enhance the learning abilities of students, students in general?
I want to say it has already started doing. It's not something that is going to start in future, because we talk of Google search. There are millions and millions of websites. When you search something, you find out that you Google search. It just crawl all the websites on the web and come out with a result. That is about a machine logically thinking and coming out with what you want from the data that is available all over the world. So these technologies, including the internet and all the activities that are going on there, they have been enhancing education. You can agree with me that nobody can write a research project or can do any work or get information nowadays without going to the internet.
Now, can we share your experience in artificial intelligence?
Yes, ever since I came across the internet, I've really been passionate about it, and I've exploited
a web designer and a developer and founder and CEO of FeedWorks Tech.
Yes, we have been doing websites and design and development for clients, and doing even e-learning, e-commerce platforms, and we make these services automated such that they can be able to interact without even us being there with the people who are with the users of these platforms. So we have really been doing a lot of work towards that, and we continue to put a lot of effort in it.
All right, thank you, Njofi Wilson, you're a web designer and developer. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us. That's it for today.
With a delay of 7 months,